Hey guys, so for today's video, I thought it would be kind of cool slash kind of scary for me to go back and watch the first short film I ever made with you guys. And I'm gonna try not to be too harsh on myself. I know that you have to start somewhere, and I've definitely learned a lot about film since I made this short film, which is the point. You really gotta start somewhere, and so I'm gonna try not to be too hard on myself, but I'm definitely going to reflect on some of the early mistakes I made, what I would do differently now, and what I've learned. So with that, I have my laptop here to watch this, and I'll just give you guys a little intro into the film. So this film is called Travels of a Willow. To be honest, I have not watched this film in 3 years, which is about when I made the film. I made it my sophomore year of high school. The local film festival near me was doing a high school portion where they were allowing high schoolers to submit films, and my film teacher encouraged me and my film partner at the time to submit a film, and so we made one together. And I also made this film to try to enter on my own, and it was so embarrassing to see it on the big screen in front of everyone. It was my first experience with that. I haven't watched it since the film festival, so we shall see. I'm kind of scared for this video, but I'm also excited. So with that, let's get started. Oh gosh, even the title screen is so iMovie. Okay, I remember wanting a dramatic kind of film noir looking first shot, which actually isn't a terrible shot. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, my audio's on. I guess the beginning of the movie's silent? Okay, fun fact, that's actually my sister trying to play the abusive boyfriend. You can see her ponytail in the back, but I was trying to use what I had. Okay, yeah. So there I kind of cut. Her boyfriend's supposed to be hitting her. And there she is leaving. And oh my gosh. Even the eye makeup, I had a friend do it that was in theater with me, and it's not terrible. I definitely think it helped having the film be black and white. And I didn't cover up the license plate, so when you're watching this, it'll most likely be covered up. Okay, the camera work is not too bad. Proud of myself for my first short film. You know, I'm proud of it. That is what I don't pride myself on my camera work, but that's my favorite thing about film. To be behind the camera. Okay. The music. I'm pretty sure I just Googled royalty-free cinematic music. And I remember, oh my gosh, I didn't know in the theater it would be super loud, and it was literally booming. It was way too loud. It was ear-piercing. Okay. This part is very dramatic. She's getting out of the car, contemplating her entire life, and there's the drop of the music. She's not in focus there. That's fun. Oh gosh, that transition was bad.
If nothing else in this long and short life, be true to your conscience. Be true to your dignity of heart. Honor your spirit as truly as I have. Stand tall and rooted like a willow in the face of a quaking world. Cedric.
There's another reference to the willow tree. Okay. That audio wasn't bad. I remember recording it directly on my phone. There was definitely some wind in the background, and at that point I didn't know about editing audio. But it wasn't too bad for a first go around, and now we're on the second cinematic song to this very dramatic soundtrack. And I don't think it made it very clear, but I remember the map was supposed to be her finding an old note from her childhood friend and then deciding to go back home. I probably could have showcased that more clearly, but Now she's driving home. Again, these shots are not in focus, but I remember walking on the sidewalk following the car in this shot. Oh my gosh, I'm watching this and I'm just thinking of all these different camera angles that would have been so much better. Why was he just staying at the edge of the driveway? I should have shot him walking on. That is, also, why is the garage door open? Somebody please explain that to me. Okay, but I really like the flare on the camera lens. I love the look of that. And this is definitely supposed to be kind of like an indie film. Wish I would have gone a close-up here. That's her friend, by the way, her childhood friend. That's such a long shot of him walking away. Oh my gosh, that could have literally been like 3 seconds. Okay, she's coming out to meet him, again with the flare on the camera lens. And the willow branch is totally in the shot. I should have reshot that. At the time, I was not aware that you should always get at least one good shot and one safety. Dang. Okay. Sitting down. Also, the girl is most definitely wearing clothes from my closet. Okay, didn't really make it clear, but they're digging up their promises they made to each other. Oh my gosh. Realistically, it probably should have been buried further down in the ground. Okay, this part, they brushed off all the dirt in the last shot, and now in this shot, they're still brushing off dirt. I did not understand continuity at this point. Also, it was not clear. I think it said Lace and I think his name's Cedric's future wishes or future goals or something. And now she's crossing out her past one and writing a new one, I think. Also, the cuts on her arm look not realistic at all. I was trying to showcase at the time that she was struggling. My husband will be super hot and rich. And she crossed it off and wrote wise and reliable. Okay. It's a little cheesy, but... Okay, so she changed it. Clearly realized that her past boyfriend was not what she wanted to go for. She was just going for looks and money. And now he gave her his and he walked away because he's embarrassed, he's shy. I will marry my best friend, or Lace, that's her name, under our willow tree. Oh my gosh, this is so cheesy. Okay, now they're going to kiss. They're going to kiss. Oh, they kissed. Oh, and the last shot is in color. How symbolic. Okay, that's sweet.
You once had to live waiting for me to return to you. Never once did you lose faith that I would one day meet you under our willow tree. Time's gone by since then, and now it's me waiting to meet you again. My love, the days cannot go by fast enough. I long for the day I can return home again, in your embrace. Your devoted wife, thanks.
Okay, I didn't want to talk over that audio at the end, but I guess I understand why I added that at the end, but it didn't really fit in with the plot. I didn't really understand plot at the time, and I didn't really know how to write a movie script about plot points and the 3-act structure, any of that. I had no clue. So at the end there, she's writing a letter to Cedric. I really think his name is Cedric. And it's obvious that he is now dead. And she says, I'm waiting for you now. It's my turn to wait for you. You waited for me. And then she puts flowers on his grave. I mean, I guess it kind of showcases that they did end up together. They did get married. They built a life together. But it's kind of sad. I mean, she ends up all alone at the end. I honestly don't remember where my head was at, where my idea was for making those last few shots and adding it. Let's go into what I've definitely learned since then. So, like I said, watching it, I definitely know more now about editing audio, how to get rid of wind reduction, noises in the background, things like that. I've definitely learned more about plot structure and writing a script, which for this film, I think my biggest mistake was that there was no pre-production at all. I literally texted a few friends, cast it, they came over. In the span of maybe 20 to 30 minutes, we picked out costumes, did the makeup, and I would explain to them what was happening scene by scene. But I never had a written script, which is a huge mistake. Big mistake number one. I should have spent more time in pre-production. I mean, at this point, I didn't know the stages of production. That was definitely a huge mistake on my part. Another big one is music. I didn't know how to balance out the sound. I definitely edited this film in Movie Maker. I actually remember editing it in Movie Maker. And, you know, with Adobe Premiere or something like that, you can set what the sound is, if it's background music, if it's narration, things like that. And I didn't know that at the time, and there were definitely times when the music was a little too loud. The music and the audio in general was a little rough. The camera work wasn't too bad. The camera is one of the first things that drew me to film. My love of photography turned into love of film, actually. I don't feel too bad about the camera work, especially for my first short film. Some of the shots I had, I actually really like. I definitely wish I had had more understanding of close-up shots, medium shots, long shots, things like that. There's definitely some times where I had long shots. I should have transitioned from long to close-up and things like that. Overall, I have definitely learned a lot about film, which is a good thing. I mean, if you haven't gotten better since your first film, I don't know what you're doing. You learn from experience. The more you create, the more you learn from your mistakes, you have this inspiration, I'm gonna make it better next time. I definitely think my skills have improved. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you want me to do more of these, reacting to old films I've made, just let me know in the comments, because I actually had a lot of fun. I mean, it was a little cringy to watch, but overall, it was fun and it was very educational for me, and I hope it is for you guys as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!